back here on Northern Outdoors, on those days you can't get on the ice, you got to do stuff to get on the ice more efficiently. Right here we got my 2001 Arctic Cat 400 all-time 4x4 four-wheeler. What we're going to do, just to make it a little more easier getting down and off the ice, make an auger rack for it. We're going to give you a list of materials. We're going to give you a step-by-step rundown of what we do. This might be applicable to your four-wheeler, it might not. Change your plans to however best fits your four-wheeler, and stay tuned.
We centered the bar on the four-wheeler and marked out our holes for where we need our U-bolts to go. And now we are pre-drilling each spot before we give it to the correct size. Alright, so upon getting these holes drilled and putting the backer plate for these U-bolts, part of these brackets will need to be ground down to fit the curve of the plate. So we're going to do that and show you guys what we need to get done. Alright, we got all of our holes drilled and we placed all the U-bolts and tightened them down. Now with the excess bolt length, we're just going to cut that off, kind of keep from things catching on it, and yeah.
Alright, so we've got our holes drilled, we've got our brackets in and cut. Now we've got to make the support arms to hold our auger. We decided on a 10-inch measurement to go from the bracket of the four-wheeler up. Now what we've done is we measured 10 inches from the end, and we've taken our square and make the mark all the way around so we can make a clean cut with our cutting wheel and our grinder here. It's not the straightest cut in the world, but some halfway decent welding can cover that up.
Alright, so we have our 10-inch pieces here, and now we kind of got them positioned onto the main bar where we want them, and now we're going to get the welder out and get these things stuck to this.
That's tacked. Alright, so we got our posts welded. If you look closely, you can see there's a gap at the bottom there. What we did that, or why we did that, was because there's going to be a hole up here, and you're gonna get rain or snow. It's gonna melt, go down this tube, and if it freezes again, it's gonna expand and crack the frickin' metal. So we left it up a little bit for water to come out and get good drainage. Alright, so after you get your post welded in or bolted in, whichever you feel, the way we're doing it is we're gonna have a piece coming up like that and up like that, so it's gonna be like a Y. And in order to figure out the angle, we pretty much just held it up there until we found an angle we liked, marked that angle, and then worked our line around till we found that bad Larry right there. And then you take that measurement from right here and put it right over here so you can get your two pieces once you cut off through that angle, and then you weld them on to each side. Wow. Look at that precision. Absolutely. This is great, Brandon. Yep. Brando, how's it coming?
It's going.
How is it cleaning up after my booger welds? Is it tough?
It's tough to make those look good, but we're doing our best.
Exactly. You can make anything look good with a grinder. Ain't that right? All the cleaning. Oh man, that's just gross. Whoa. Alright guys, as you can see, we've got our Y pieces welded on, everything's ground down, it's looking somewhat decent. We got our rubber strips here, Menards, super cheap. I think it was like $3, $4 for a foot of this stuff. That's just here, we got it mocked up in place, it's bolted. Ignore the broken bolt, it's my bad. So now I guess we're ready to see how well everything sits on here with the auger, just kind of mocked up before we finally send her off to paint. Let's see this bad boy. That's pretty well balanced, I'd say. Alright, so here we are again, back in the paint booth. Primer is dry. Now we're putting on the final color. We went with matte black because that's cool, and yeah, we're cool. So Brandon's here, back in the booth, doing his thing. Brandon, how's that black going on?
It's going on real nice.
As you can see, we got the ATV rack, the auger rack for the ATV mounted. You can see we added some rubber. I think I mentioned earlier, we got it from Menards. Pretty cheap. I mean, I think it was like $4 for like 27 inches wide by a foot long or whatever. So we got that, and we just drilled some holes, put some rivets in. I put some washers because I didn't have any big old rivets, just to help distribute the pressure on that rubber a little bit. Then we got our bungee cords here. any questions, feel free to comment. If you like this DIY video, remember to give it a like. Make sure you're subscribed if you want to see more. We're going to have some reviews on a Freybill Recruit 1250 ice house. We're also going to have some more ice house mods. So make sure you like this video, subscribe so you know up to date when we post new videos, and get out there in the outdoors.